So thankful for H&W Marine, and we want to give them a round of applause right off the bat. Yeah, let's thank the Lord for H&W Marine. They are our new title sponsor this year. We're very excited to partner with them, and we're looking forward to an awesome season with them. Also tonight, you're going to be having some food that's being provided, being cooked by Shorty's Catering. We're thankful for Shorty. Go ahead and give it up to Mr. Shorty. Shorty's Catering tonight. The deal is you're eating free tonight. You're not having to pay anything to eat, but it did cost somebody, so we want to make sure you know who it costs. Tonight, majority of your food, your meals being provided by Dixie Floors. They stepped up specifically for this night, and they donated the food and provided the meal for all of us. So let's give it up for Dixie Floors tonight.
First, I'm going to do a quick little giveaway. First person that comes up with hook apparel on gets a hat. Whoever has hook on. There's one. And another one. Who else has hook? Oh, he beat you to it. Well, the reason why I do that, well, tell us, man. Is we're sponsored by Hook, so obviously we want to push that brand and awesome clothes and different things like that. But they wanted me to get up on the mic and just kind of talk about college fishing. One of the things that I see a lot of the guys doing that I don't want to see is boat captains, let these guys rig these boats up, unstrap the boats, different things like that. Now obviously there's a safety mechanism, the younger they are, walk the boat with them, explain what these different things are, help them out with that. Also, in practice, I'm not saying in a tournament, I don't know what 100% what the rules are, but in practice, I want to see those guys on the trolling motor too. I mean, it's amazing when we go to the Bassmaster camp in Tennessee. It's amazing how some of these guys can't even run a trolling motor. You can't do that at our level. There's no dads in a boat and you fumbling around and wasting time trying to figure out how to navigate the boat. Give them the practice now. Help them out. I mean, that's the big. Better than winning these tournaments, those are the type of things that we look for. Can you handle yourself around a boat? I mean, yeah, it's great for you to win, that gets attention, but I'd rather a guy who finished 10th and knows his way around a boat and can put fish on it. I got plenty good guys on my team. A lot of times you're not going to be in the front of the boat when you first come on your freshman year anyway, but if those guys on my team can put you around fishing, you can put fish in the boat, you'll make my team a whole lot quicker than Dad helping you win a tournament. That's what it is. Anyway, we want to make sure that we get these guys in this room. I want these guys in the room. You guys have first dibs that make my team. I look here before I look anywhere else. So just get good, work hard. I'm usually going to be at a bunch of your weigh-ins and different things like that. Any questions you have, mom, dad, boat captains, and anglers alike. I like to talk, so run me down, man. If I'm standing by myself, you're missing out on a chance to make my team. That's what it is. All right? I come to these things on purpose because I want to show you guys that I'm connected to you. And I want you guys to come and fish for me. All right? Any questions right off? They kind of put me on the spot. But, What I look for? Your way around the boat, man. I want you to be able to, obviously, throw bait casters. You don't have to. There's a bunch of spinning around stuff. We have shallow water. I want to see you travel, too. I want to see, hopefully, you make the championships and you do well away from here because, unfortunately, we don't fish around a lot around here. Our first 3 tournaments is Harris Chain in Florida. Our second tournament is Clarksville in Georgia. And our third tournament is Douglas in Tennessee. That's 10 hours apiece. So we don't fish a lot around here. Clarksville is probably the closest fishing that we have that is a bunch of grass, but it's also some spotted bass. So we want you to be versatile and grades. Like, you gotta score grades. I see you turn around. You got bad grades? Okay, he's trying to put it on blast, man. Oh, you put him over, okay. Grades, because when we go to Harris Chain, we're gone for a whole week. You're missing class. We do have a situation where they have some video stuff for the classroom, so you still be able to get your classwork, but you're going to miss a lot of class when you fish. So that's the other thing. That's it. Another question? No? All right, well, I'm going to get out of y'all's way. If y'all have questions and you, LSUS is a very reasonable school. It's only $7,300 a year. You make a 20 on the ACT, you go to school for free. That's with LSUS scholarship and with TOPS. So regardless if you fish or not, $7,300, you graduate school without any student debt. I'm in medicine. I know a lot about student debt. So you graduate school without student debt, and you start life off on the right foot. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. Hey, y'all take care. Glad having me, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Coach.
We're going to talk a little bit about tomorrow's event. It's a scramble event. First time we've ever done a scramble for this tournament. If you've noticed the scramble, which means you can pick which lake you want to fish. Out of those lakes are Caddo, Vistano, Halston, Cross, Cypress, Black Bayou, that's the one in Benton, Toledo Bend, or Grand Bayou. So make sure you fish on one of those bodies of water and only one of those bodies of water. We're not going to jump lakes, so once you commit to a lake, you're at that lake for the rest of the time. You can't go fish Cypress and then jump over to Halston or anything like that. You fish one of these lakes and one of these lakes only. Just to give you a report, at this time we have 47 high school teams registered and 22 junior teams registered. We're at 69 teams total. Our goal was right at 70. We're right there at it, so we're so thankful for you being here. We're going to go ahead and go over just the rules tonight for this tournament is very basic. It's not a points tournament, but there are some things that we need to say that you at least know that, it's basic stuff. One thing that's going to be different this year, we're going to go over some things in a minute. Mr. Todd is for this year. It's for the rest of the year, not tomorrow, but the rest of the year. Every tournament will be a controlled takeoff, which means we'll do a random boat draw for the juniors, a random boat draw for the high school, and you'll go out one boat at a time all year long, except tomorrow. However, tomorrow you've been given a boat number. That's just your team number. But when you get to the launch in the morning, You can launch your boat at whatever time you want, but you must stay at the launch area until 6:45. I need everybody to say as loud as you can at one time, 6:45 on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. 6:45, you cannot leave the launch area until 6:45. That's only about 15 minutes before sunrise. It should be plenty light, and you blast off at 6:45. That's also first cast. If you want to fish at the launch at 6:45, you can make the first cast. Or you can leave the launch and go to your spot. We ask that you have your running lights on until you get to your first spot. We know it's probably going to be light, safe light, but we still want your running lights on up until you get to your first location, and then you can turn those lights off. So you must stay at the launch area, not 200 yards, not 500 yards, but right there in the launch area, not fishing, but just hanging out until 6:45, and then you can blast off. This is a 3-fish limit. Everybody say 3 fish? It's a 3-fish limit. The adult gets to fish tomorrow. This is the only tournament that the adult gets to fish this year. And anglers, the adult can catch all 3 fish. That's not what we want them to do, but they can. On the 4th fish, when you catch the 4th ray fish, you need to call. You must call on the 4th ray fish. What that means is all fishing stops. You call, student anglers, we prefer that you call, adults can help. You call out the smallest of your 3, replace it with the 4th fish, and then continue fishing. You're only going to have 3 fish max in your weight, in your live well at any given time, not 4. You're going to have 3. So please call. Hey, we're doing a 12-inch minimum. 12-inch minimum. However, if you fish Caddo or you fish Halston, you must abide by the slot limit. Let's go over it real quickly. If you're fishing Caddo, 14 inches to 18 inches must be released immediately. 14 inches, that's with the bump board, golden rule preferably. But you hold the fish on the bump board, you close his mouth must touch the board, and then you fan his tail, or her tail. If she touches 14, you must throw her back immediately. If she touches 18, she's good. In between that, she must go back in the water. 12 and 13, they're good to go. That's called an under. If it touches 18 or over, it's called an over. You're good to go. You want 3 of those in your live well to be having a great day tomorrow. And I think it's going to take at least 3 of those to win tomorrow. So anyway, 14 to 18 on Caddo. If you go to Grand Bayou, 14 to 17. It's 1 inch shorter. But you must abide by that rule. If you come in, we're going to ask you where you fish. If you fish Caddo and you have a slot fish, it's not going to count. Better yet, if you get caught by a game warden on the water with a slot fish, you're going to pay a big fine. It's not going to be nice. So make sure that you understand. If you have any questions about how to bump a fish, see one of us tonight. Please make sure you understand that. Everybody in the boat must wear a life jacket when the big motor's running. Boat captains and anglers, you student anglers, you must have your life jacket on at all times tomorrow. This is a rule in all of our tournaments. Boat captains, you must operate the big motor except loading and unloading from the trailer. Student anglers can help while they're unloading from the trailer and loading on the trailer. But the rest of the day, the boat captain must operate the big motor, not the students. We're going to do lines out. That means pull your line and put it in the boat and get ready to leave by 1 p.m. Lines out at 1 p.m. And you're going to be must checked in at Northwood High School by 2 p.m. We shared a map on our Facebook page, on our group meet. Coaches, please make sure your anglers have seen the map. When you come to the weigh-in at Northwood, we need you to go around all of the football field, baseball fields, all of that, come around up the left side, the west side of the football field, and you're going to come into that parking lot where the weigh-in is going to be. That's where you're going to turn in your coin, your boat number coin, your token tonight that we gave you, your poker chip. By the way, those came from Brandon White, if y'all wondering. Is he here tonight? He may not make it here, but he's not really a gambler. He just happened to have some poker chips and let us use them. Amen? We do want you to bring them back. We know that some of you won't. That's why we use a poker chip, not a wooden stick or wooden things. All right. What time do we have to stop fishing? 1 p.m. What time do you must be checked in at Northwood? By 2 p.m. 2:01, you're late. And we will have somebody out there to check in. Now, if the line's backed up, we'll be having somebody watch. If you're in line and the line's backed up at 2 o'clock, that's different. But if you have not pulled up and stopped your vehicle in line by 2 o'clock at 2:01, you're going to be disqualified. You have to be checked in by 2 p.m. If you come in and you do not want to follow the map, we're going to not allow you to come in and block the main road in front of Northwood. That is a major road. A lot of traffic flows on that road. The last thing we need is a bunch of boats and trucks backed up in front, blocking the main highway, the main road. And so we're going to escort you and tell you you're not coming in this way. You got to circle around the school and come in the right way. We don't ask Rex to do these maps for his fun. He does this to help us be organized so that things flow well. And so we're looking forward to you following those instructions and make sure that things go great. Any questions about tomorrow? Tomorrow is the only tournament this year that you as a boat captain can fish. This tournament is a fun tournament. It's a benefit tournament. We have 69. Actually, we know we have at least one extra bike, so we have at least 70 bikes turned in tonight, and those 70 bikes are going to bless 70 families, 70 children for Christmas. Also, just go over. You need to go over the payout real quick, and you're going to do the rest. All right, here's where we're going. If you haven't already heard, we're going to be paying out separately some prizes for the junior division and separately for the high school division. However, the grand prize tomorrow is everybody's in one division, fishing for a grand prize. The grand prize is one of two things. The grand prize, overall largest weight bag tomorrow, is going to win an expense trip to $1,000 to go to the Bassmaster Classic this year in March. Or you say, I don't want to go to the Classic. Then you can choose $500 and Visa gift cards instead of the $1,000 toward the Bassmaster Classic. That's the grand prize overall. And then we're going to pay out at least 10 places in the junior division and 10 places in the high school division. And that's going to be product. That's going to be rod and reel. That's going to be rods and baits and gift cards to Academy and stuff like that. So 10 places in each division plus the overall grand champion will have a chance to win prizes tomorrow. Any questions about that? Okay, so you be thinking about it tonight. If you win, you're going to have to let us know tomorrow at the end of the weigh-in. Do you want to take the $1,000 expense trip to the Bassmaster Classic, or would you rather $500 worth of Visa gift cards? Okay, that's going to be the option for the grand prize. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to our Vice President, Todd. He's going to share a little bit about some volunteers and about our process of checking in for the new year. So give it up for Mr. Todd.
Thank you all. Really appreciate the turnout, everybody coming out tonight to be involved in this. It's like Brother Shane said, for a great cause, and raises some money for some good charities, as well as the bicycles are awesome for these kids for Christmas. So just real quick, a lot of people here, which equals a lot of boats. So as you all know, we're doing the junior and the high school together this year. we're going to need a bunch of volunteers. If you're interested in volunteering, and this is everything, guys, from helping in the parking lots to the egress of how we manipulate these different ramps that we go to. Most of the time, we will put out a map to kind of show you how to navigate that, but it's going to be imperative that we have guys step up, gals step up. We don't care who it is. We're going to need a really good volunteer corps to come out and help support these things so we can get these boats unloaded, get them loaded at the end of the day, and everybody have a good tournament. So if anybody is interested in that, I just need some basic information. If I have somebody that's interested in sort of heading up a volunteer group, that's wonderful. Just come see me. We'll get your information. We'll kind of do a separate group meeting just about the volunteers and what we plan on doing with that, just so you know how involved it'll be. We want to try to have a meeting with volunteers before each and every tournament so that we can put a map up. We can show you guys what to expect. Some of y'all are new to this. Maybe you've never been to some of the places that we're going to be fishing. So it's going to really help you to understand how this all flows and what it's really going to take to get people in and out in a nice fashion. So if you're interested in that, just come see me. I got some forums. Like I said, it'll be really informative. Email, phone numbers, that kind of thing. Now, we'll speak on this before the January 29th tournament, which is the state championship this year. We will put out a list, the same we've always done, that's going to have schools responsible for different tournaments. So what that means is the setup and tear down of the trailer, different schools are going to be assigned to different tournaments. So that's going to allow us to have some parents that are not fishing, boat captains, the other kid in the boat. If the dad's not being the boat captain, that's a perfect example of who we need to show up and help represent your school to set up the area and the tear down. We'll usually have one or two people to kind of help and guide you. It's not like you're going to have to learn this stuff on the hoof and just be thrown out there. But volunteers are going to be very important. And for the anglers, kids after the weigh-in, if your school is represented at that tournament and you know that you're the host school for that tournament, I encourage boat captains, parents, get these kids involved in what it takes to do this, right? So they can get their hands dirty, they can see what it's about, and that way we can get this stuff tore down. Some of these tournaments are going to be long ways off, and everybody's going to be wore out after long days of fishing. So the more we can help with the entire process is going to be very beneficial to all of us having great tournaments and just getting in and out. One other thing that I want to mention, and just refer to the coaches, refer to any of us on the e-board, something if you haven't heard, like Brother Shane already talked about, it's all controlled takeoff this year. So what we're having to do, and some of you that have fished Bass Nation are already used to doing this, we're having to do the online registration. So with that comes a deadline. 7 days before each tournament day. So it's going to be the Friday at midnight before the tournament. 100% no exceptions. If you are not registered 7 days prior to any of the league tournaments, then you don't fish. And we hate to do that, but if we have any leeway in that, it's just going to create chaos for us trying to generate boat numbers and how everybody's going to take off and the whole process. There again, don't mean to just keep talking about Bass Nation, but those of you that fish with them, that's something that we kind of piggyback off of them. I think we've done it in the past, and we're kind of bringing that back. So not hard to do, very simple. When you hit submit on that email, it's going to actually email a copy, of course, to you. It's going to email it to the board. And what we're encouraging you to do is also copy and paste immediately that email to your coaches. So that way the coaches can help best they can to police who signed up for a tournament, who hadn't signed up for a tournament, just to give everybody a reminder of, hey, don't forget the deadline. We'll try to throw some little small emails out just at first to get everybody rolling on that, make sure everybody's on the same page. But there is no leeway. One of the coaches meetings we had early in the year, we did talk about maybe giving a couple of day cushion or something like that. Us as the E-Board have decided that's just not going to work because it's just going to continue to snowball. So let's be responsible. If you pay all these monies to enter this tournament and these kids to fish and prepare and pre-fish, guys, you got to get online and pre-register. So that's pretty much it on that. Get with your coaches. They can walk you through the process. It's pretty cut and dry, pretty easy, not a complicated form at all. And there again, if you have any questions, y'all know who some of the E-Board is walking around, myself, Brother Shane, Virgilito, Charlie, Miss Tracy. If y'all got some questions, we're approachable. We're going to be here for a while. Just come talk to us if you have anything to say. If you want any personal information, phone numbers, any of that stuff, most of us are all over the book, so just come holler at us. Let's give one more big shout out to H&W for being the new title sponsor for us and allowing us to come in here and take over the show like we have.